Hey guys, it's Melissa Morrow with Vintage Bee Design. Today you want to be sure that you stay until the end because I've got two big announcements. I'm going to throw one in the middle and one at the end. I think you'll be excited. Okay, so it is the morning of day 3. Market opens in about 30 minutes. We just had our vendors meeting and I'm going to give you a quick look at the booth and where we're starting off on Sunday morning. I was running a little slow explaining what was happening in the booth, so let's speed it up.
If you look under the table, these are all empty except for the far bucket, that one way over there. This wasn't under here before, but every one of those is empty. Remember, this was really full. Now the only thing left in here is the leaf for this table, which has sold issue. But this dining table did sell. We sold it at a discount because we didn't sell it as a dining room set, because if you can see, when we were setting up at the beginning, I noticed it had a big crack in the pedestal. That must have happened when we moved it. So rather than selling it as a dining set, I brought it in just to use as a table, and then somebody asked if we would sell it, and I sold it for $2.95, which is a great deal. I don't even know if they know that the leaf comes with it. Switched out what's on the table multiple times because those items have been selling. And then if you look at our shelves, they're definitely sparsed out. This is where we had stacks of things that now are unstacked. Things are really spread out. We don't have, like we're pulling duplicates out to fill in spaces. Right, this was pretty well packed. Now it's getting to be empty.
We sold a ton of signs at market this year. We stacked them so that there's multiples behind each one, and some of them still have some multiples, but by and large, we actually have only 1 or 2 of each sign remaining, where we might have had 4 to 6. After all, they do have minimums when we purchase from them. And even that, some of those multiples have been spread around, and there are definitely less hanging on the wall or smaller ones hanging on the wall. So there is for sure a difference. In order to have a successful day 3, however, we have to be sure that the booth looks good for the buyers that are there that day. Reorganizing and remerchandising is key to that.
Same here, that was full. All the containers were all full to the brim. And now we have, these little signs were all in the buckets on the table. Now they're spread out around the spaces. We probably had about 36 of these. Now there's 4 left. We do have a bunch of these, so we've really been using this as filler. So in our floral rack, we had lavender and stems all in this. And now we're just about out of all the stems. These actually were in one of the copper baskets on the floor, these and these. Now they've been moved up to here. As you can see, they're empty, and we've even just started sticking toppers on these because we don't have any filler for them. So fortunately, we had more refills of these. We pulled these out from inside, had to take off a basket to fill in the space. And because we've emptied this area out so much, we've pulled beads from buckets and baskets and cubbies and started hanging them on the fence, just so they're a little more prominent and the space doesn't look empty. These are always some of our best displays. We try to keep them very full. We're getting to the point that we just don't have any more. So the succulents are gone. These, if we had any, they're pulled here. Those are the last 2. These are the last 3 lavender balls. We've been pulling out of here to open up and hang on the fences. Again, it's getting thinned out. And we've sold out of these multiple times, so this is just a matter of pulling out of the baskets and putting more in here. We took off baskets here. You can see there's another empty basket, and put more beads on the wall. This is where normally we wouldn't have this many displays of beads, but we don't have anything else to display. Oh, look, we have another little daisy. Okay. And again, this has been pulling, rearranging, filling in. What can we do to fill in the spaces? We've been sticking wreaths and greenery that we have from the buckets behind, just to fill and add a little more interest along the way. Again, adding the greenery, adding some beads, just trying different ways to make sure it looks full, even if it's not. Other tricks that we've employed are pulling furniture. Like this used to be a stack of these cabinets. Now we've pulled it out and we've put it at an angle so it's taking up the same amount of space. It's just not a big grouping of them. We had things tucked back behind here, which are all out now. And we had these little benches that were shoved under the table and had things piled on them. And this was all full on the floor. Now we don't have any of that, so we're just pulling it out ripping some things and putting it on top. So this is a situation where we had every little nook and cranny stuffed when we came in, and now all the little nooks and crannies have been emptied, they've been put on the shelves, and for us, in our standards, even the shelves are looking a little bit empty. We will see how today is. Our goal for the day is always to beat last year's number. So last year we did about 1750-ish, I think. So let's try to hit for 1800 today.
The buyers came and picked up their table, and wow, what a difference.
I don't know if you can tell on the video, it is definitely pouring rain. Oh man, their booth is,
By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please be sure to hit like and subscribe and share the page. It really helps us get new followers. And so our first big announcement is that if you've been wanting to come to CreativeCon.live, but you can't make it to Jacksonville because of the cost of flights, then we have good news. We are making this event streaming, and you'll also have copies of the digital event in case you cannot attend while the event is being streamed. If you are planning on attending in person, then good news, you'll also get full access to the recorded videos of each session. We opened at 10 a.m. and I would say by 11:30 it was ridiculously raining and customers were pretty much captive audience for us, but no one new was coming in. So I thought I'd take a little wander and see some of the other displays that I hadn't had a chance to look at because it had been so busy. I love that bumblebee. This is one of my favorite booths in their display. Not so much necessarily what they sell, but dang, they put on a nice booth. I always admire the displays. This is way bigger than ours. This, I think, is 8 booths total. It is giant and always has lots of goodies in it.
Ooh, my turn to interview.
you're enjoying that, aren't you?
I am.
You don't have to be on this side.
I see happy numbers.
Happy numbers.
Yay.
So last year we did $8,152.45.
Ooh.
Last night we were ahead about $900 over the day 1 and day 2. And then today we were doing really well. And then this huge storm rolled in. Like, I don't know if you can see, like, we're in the middle of an arena. And that open wall is a good, 50 feet away?
Yeah.
65 feet away? I mean, it's a good bit away.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to put away our electronics. Our paper was getting wet. Like, we were getting rained on. Things were getting blown over. And then pretty much that probably rolled in around, I want to say around 2:30. And from that point, it was over. Sales, I mean, nobody else was coming in because I wouldn't be getting out of my car. The people that were here lingered, but they weren't necessarily buying in here. They were more just like, holy cow.
I don't want to go to my car right now.
I don't want to go to my car right now, right. So today, like last year we did about 1,800 on day 3. This year we only did about 1,300. But overall, because we had such a good day 1 and 2, we actually finished at $86.61.35, which is about $500 more
Amazing.
than the same market last year.
So good.
So for me, I'm really happy because I really did not expect to do as well this year.
Especially with how much prep you did.
And I've addressed that in every video so far. Like,
when you said, I don't even know what's on the trailer.
I don't, yeah. I mean, and that was fact. I mean, now, you know, to be fair, before Diamond D, Sue and I did do a lot of prep work.
Yeah.
And we did shop for both markets.
True.
So it's not like we didn't address this market at all.
Because when we packed up at Diamond D, we felt good about what was left
for
this market. Yeah.
Right. So, but normally I wouldn't have been happy with the amount that was here. I mean, we were really full, but we didn't really have much new over Diamond D. You know, there wasn't, like, if you'd gone to Diamond D, you pretty much saw what was on our booth this time.
Right.
With a very few exceptions. And that wouldn't normally suit me well. So I'm thrilled at where we where we came out. I do think it was a beautiful weekend.
Besides today.
Yeah, not today. The promoters did a great job. We are in a prime location, and one of the things that we talked about that we wanted to kind of experiment with was getting a bigger booth, but not necessarily having more stuff.
Right. 20 by 20 looks fun.
It was definitely a nice
See it
clubhouse.
empty. It's like a square.
And if you look at the boxes that are left,
That's not much.
it's way less than came in.
Yeah. It's not too bad. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I
Yay.
mean, for the most part, what's left is gonna, because as you saw in the first video, if you watched that, our booth is
Gigantic now.
at Great American is huge and empty. So most of this is gonna get a little bit sorted and then head over to Great American this week, so that that booth then will look nice. I will say we are zero prepared for fall.
Zero.
Zero. We sold out of, we have like 2 or 3 kinds of greenery left, but we pretty much sold out of almost all greenery,
Everything in the warehouse is labeled fall or Christmas,
which is good.
which is good.
Yeah.
But
even
add
then,
to.
I don't remember us really actually having
No.
very much left in
No.
that. I think we might have some mistletoe greenery.
Yeah.
There'll be some shopping in my future for sure.
you sounded so beat like woohoo.
Woo! Well, you know, we had the cruise.
Yeah.
We
And
came
then
back
no rest.
Sunday, and then Monday, I set Great American and started working on the market. And then Tuesday, I've been here
Yeah.
since Tuesday, pretty much till 8 o'clock every night, except for the last 3 nights when I was here at 7 o'clock in the morning.
I know, you texted me at 7:45 a.m. and I was shocked.
But I was here then.
Yeah.
That wasn't like when I got up.
Oh yeah, that's like me going somewhere at 11 p.m.
Yeah,
It doesn't happen.
it was hard.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Not,
That's like peak Heather. That's not peak you.
well, and Friday I was here by myself
Oh,
until
you're a trooper.
until 3 o'clock.
Yeah, no.
So
No, thank you.
like,
So
it
no
was-
peeing, no eating.
No peeing, no eating. I had a line from here to the end of the booth.
And you're so chill the whole time.
I mean, so chill.
So chill.
It is fun though. In my bedroom, in a bank bag, I have, what's actually a cosmetic bag that looks like a bank bag. I have a stack of money, cash like this. That's hundreds, 50s, and 20s. It's pretty.
Satisfying.
It's very satisfying.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
one thing to see the numbers on a computer.
Oh yeah,
It's
but to
another
like
thing
see
to have
it,
like
yeah.
a stack of cash
Yeah.
like this.
It doesn't suck.
And Sue was like, am I bringing this? Because I had it out last night and I left it on the countertop. And she's like, are we bringing this today? I'm like, no.
No, we don't need to make change out of
No,
that.
We're not making that kind of cash. And we did not run out of, we did open our last roll of quarters, and we did open our last bundle of ones, but we did not run out of change. I
Amazing.
think that was, we did run out of bags,
Perfect.
so we had to get bags. 2 rolls of brand new wrapping paper.
Susu, ka-choo.
So Heather, how did you enjoy not being here?
I'm not gonna turn the camera around because I feel like a wet sock, but I missed it-ish.
I knew you did.
Little bit,
Because I remember you
Little
saying
bit.
if you were not here, you would be sad.
little bit. I mean, I like peopling.
You like people.
I like peopling. Did they ask about me?
People did
Shut
ask
up.
about you. No, they did.
That's funny.
Because they're used to seeing you here.
Yeah.
They didn't know who I was.
Like, who are you?
Who are you? Yeah.
That's funny.
And now for my second big announcement. We are now approved DIY retailers for Great American Antique Mall. So if you are local, I know this is exciting for you. We've already placed an order to stock up on all of the new Cottage Colors by JRV and also the Bohemian Brights collection. So hopefully you'll see them in our store soon. As always, I just want to say thank you so much for watching my channel, and I'll see you next week.